I went to my brother's, and her son doesn't he don't wash his own laundry.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
I'm like, my kid's been washing laundry since he was like 7 or 8 years old, and I make him fold. But I have a lot of friends though. They're like, well, I don't like the way my kids fold. What? I don't like the way, and I'm like, you're making your life harder.
At least they're
because
folding.
You have control, like you have control issues, right? But I really think that kids should have chores, and they shouldn't. And it's been proven by research, right, that if you at home watching at home, none of y'all can't beat me. That's what she's saying. None of y'all can't beat me. And I'm coming back. I had a rough race, but I'm coming back.
Rough race? She came in dead last.
Well, she had a bad race.
Bad race? Oh, my God.
Hey, I would have started hobbling. No doubt. Yes, I'm excited. And I also went and met up with some ladies from one of the Facebook groups I'm in. People just post meetups.
Yes.
And I actually went.
You were happy to talk to me because you sounded so happy. When you were talking, I'm like, my God, she talks a lot. Oh, man, she's happy.
Home by myself.
God.
Hey, guys, if it's crazy.
All right, go now.
Hit me. Wait. Get in there. Oh, my God. Hey, guys, welcome to the Family Mess. I'm Noah. And, have a nice day. Good God.
I love the Family Mess.
Oh,
Welcome to the Family Mess Podcast. I'm your host, Ian. This is my wife and co-host, Nathalie. The Family Mess, the podcast about life with kids and all things adulting. Let's talk. Nathalie, again, we're back.
Hello, Ian.
Oh man, I'm so tired. So tired.
You're always tired. It was a
long day at work, man. I had to use my brain for like 10 hours today. At work all day. I'm exhausted.
How does that feel to actually do what you're paid?
When you use your brain a lot, like it's very exhausting. Like you use a lot of energy.
Yes, you do.
When I must have been yawning about 20 times at the gym. I didn't even have a good workout. I think because my mind was just blank. My brain was just no sugar left.
Well, but you went.
Done.
Well, at least you went.
But how are you doing? Back again.
You already said that, Ian.
Back again. How you doing? Are you ready for a great show today?
Sure, Ian.
Why are you acting so weird? Let's go with this, man. Let's go with the flow.
The only one acting weird is you, repeating things 8,000 times.
I don't even give a damn anymore, man. I'm just out of it. But let's go to our current topics today. I want to talk about, I guess it's been...
That's all you talk about lately.
Yeah, I want to talk about, you guys might heard, but I don't know how much of track and field.
It's been a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, but I'm still going to talk about it. But I'm going to play a clip real quick, and then I'm going to talk about it. Hold on, give me a couple seconds. Let me...
are you going to tell us what the clip is?
Oh, the clip is... All right, everybody, remember the whole not controversy, but the whole big deal that the media put was Sha'Carri Richardson versus the Jamaicans, and Nathalie and I pretty much said the Jamaicans are going to beat her the last podcast. Of course, we were right, but I want you to listen to her reaction after I'm not going to tell you what place she came in yet because you all probably know, but I'll tell you after her comment what place she came in. All right, give me a couple seconds.
In history.
This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. Count me out if you want to. Talk all the shit you want. Because I'm here to stay. I'm not done. I'm the 6th fastest woman in this game ever. And can't nobody ever take that from me.
Now, when somebody talks like that, Nathalie, what place do you think she got? Now, if you're just listening to that, what place do you think
she got? First place. She's like, shut up, all you haters, because I just whooped everybody's butt.
That's what usually happens when somebody wins a race and they proved everybody wrong. That's kind of what they say, and you're like, oh yeah, you're all right. You proved everybody wrong, But what place did Sha'Carri come in this race? What place? What place did she come in?
Dead last. Diggity dog, dead last.
Now, I'm not making fun of her. I don't want her listening thinking that I'm making fun of her. I'm just saying, from that clip, you'd think that she came in first. I mean...
Well, she's got confidence.
Confidence? What the hell kind of...
She knew she had a bad race. She came in dead last, but she's like, look, yeah, I came in dead last, all you MFs, but... You at home watching at home, none of y'all can't beat me. That's what she's saying. None of y'all can't beat me. And I'm coming back. I had a rough race, but I'm coming back.
Rough race? She came in dead last.
Well, she had a bad race.
Bad race? Oh, my God.
Hey, I would have started hobbling. No doubt. I would have pulled something.
She should have pulled. You know what?
I would have pulled something midway through that.
She should have pulled her hamstring. Like, pull up. Oh,
yep,
damn. That way, everyone's like, oh, damn, she pulled her hamstring. And that happens to sprinters all the time. You pull your hamstring.
I got a cramp.
Can't say nothing.
I would have got a cramp.
I would have got something, but man. And there's a picture on the TV screen of Fraser Price, this Jamaican sprinter, and she's smiling at her because she hears her talking all this crap, and she's like looking at her like, you just lost last and you're talking like you got first, but
that's okay.
All of us just beat your ass. Like everyone on this track just beat your ass today, and you came in dead last.
Wasn't the Jamaicans 1, 2, and 3?
1, 2, and 3 again. I don't know what she was thinking coming. You ain't gonna beat nobody with that attitude, but she's young.
Yeah, she's still young, and I think she's going through whatever in life.
Yeah.
I think she'll get it back together.
I'm not judging her because when you're young and you have
America.
Yeah, you have a little chip on your shoulder, but I think if she gets the right people in her corner to support her, I think she can actually compete.
Yes, but again. I mean, I don't know. I look at it sometimes. The people who are the cockiest tend to do the most. Even like I was looking at LeVar Ball. The Ball brothers.
Yeah, dad.
I mean, that guy is a jerk.
Oh, he's the worst.
Horrible.
The worst.
But
all his sons.
But almost everyone. I think
2 of his sons.
2 of them. 2 out of 3 is pretty good.
Hey,
his goal in life was all 3 of his kids.
And the third could have made it if he didn't screw up.
Well, yes, he's Scott Steele or whatever.
Yeah.
So the 2 out of 3 are in the NBA. And his goal was for all of his kids.
And he
always was cocky and. His kids were like the best, even though they're good players, but they're not the best. They're not LeBrons. They're not
But the thing
Michael
is,
Jordan
they made it to the NBA, and I think they're starters.
Right.
Or they're pretty close to being starters in the NBA. So that in itself is a great feat.
Right, but he's an asshole.
Yes, he is.
Right?
The worst.
Sometimes the biggest assholes still, even when they fall, they get back up and they figure it out. So I think that, I don't know if I ever say her name right, but I think is it Sha'Carri or Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri.
Okay, I think Sha'Carri.
Say it right, girl.
I think she'll come back and do good things. I always hope she gets a little more humble. But
I want her to come, but she's young. She's really young. So when you're young, you do and say things, you probably won't be the same person as you get older. But when you're young and you're going through issues, who knows?
But she makes for good media, so I enjoy that.
Well, I actually like that she's talking crap because you don't hear a lot of sprinters talking a lot of crap during the game.
No, so it's all good.
Well,
come on, Sha'Carri.
Best clip ever. Let's go on to the second topic.
You're like
I just messed up.
The chunk guy. Yes.
But what you were just reading a recent article about.
I'm not talking about it.
You don't want to talk about that?
I'm talking about my 5 minutes a pound.
All right, let's go into the 5 minutes a pound. So how are you doing in the 5 minutes a pound?
Well.
You're taking long.
Let me tell you. Every time I travel or I go somewhere, I put on weight. I don't know what it is. It's like I just blowed up. So I'm bloated back up. I went to Texas for like a week.
Now, hold on.
And I did not eat bad.
When you say bloated up, do you mean that you just ate?
No, the scale went crazy.
Whoa. The scale went crazy by itself.
Yes. The scale got possessed and went up. And so now I'm going back down since I came home.
Okay.
But I think I got I think it's when I go there, I bloat because I did not eat a bunch of junk. Because I went walking. I had a friend from high school that I hadn't seen. Oh, we're going to have her on the show too eventually.
Oh, yes. I am looking forward to that
Actually from middle school that I hadn't seen since 10th grade.
You need to hurry up and make that connection.
Can I finish my story?
Oh, sorry.
So we went walking.
Damn.
I met up with her because she happened to be in town, and we went walking. And my fingers, like last time, and this was in the middle of the day. This was in the evening, swelled up. So I think it's something about Texas, and because I don't ever have my fingers swell or anything when I'm home and I walk or I do anything outside. But in Texas, my fingers swelled up. We went for like a walk all around the neighborhood, and
maybe it's the air.
I don't know. But every time I go there, I put on weight because I barely ate.
It's water weight.
I made sure I don't care. I don't want to see no weight put on.
Oh, God.
Right? So now I'm working my way back down.
Okay.
Yes. Working my way back to you, babe. My lower weight.
Okay. So how long do you think you have left to get to your ideal weight?
Oh, I don't know. But all I do, as long as the scale goes down every day, that's all that matters to me. So right now I'm doing my cashew milk that I buy in the morning for breakfast. And then I'll eat meals, but I just make sure I don't eat like large portions. And if I do eat junk, like I'm on this new thing now where the Chick-fil-A. Did I talk about them Chick-fil-A let me digress for one moment.
Oh, God. Oh.
No one told me the Chick-fil-A chicken strips were so good.
What do you mean?
So I've been eating that sometimes. But if I do eat the Chick-fil-A chicken strips, I'll also get a salad.
But the thing is,
I'll eat vegetables.
I told you about the strips a long time ago.
I thought
and you never touched them.
I don't know.
It's too salty, Ian. Too salty.
No, they're not as salty as the nuggets. The nuggets are way salty.
The nuggets are really salty. I think because they're smaller.
The chicken strips, though, man. So right now I've been eating the small.
You ain't discovered nothing.
I ate a 3-piece chicken strip, small fry, and a side salad. That's what I do when I want something. But I eat what I want, but I eat within moderation and I don't try to do too much.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. So the scale's going back down. Every day since I've been home, it's gone down a little bit every day.
Every day?
Every single day.
Every single day you lost like a pound.
Yes. Not a pound. Maybe it's like an ounce. But then.
An ounce?
But by 2 days.
What?
Look, by 2 days, it's a pound.
No.
So it'll be a few ounces, like the point whatevers, and then in 2 days, it's a pound. So that's okay for me. As long as it goes down, I don't care if it's just ounces every day. I don't care. As long as it's moving down. Because even if it's slow, the turtle won the race, right? So I'm in no race.
Okay.
I'm in no rush, right? The turtle won. So as long as I am making incremental progress every day to go with the scale going down, I'm making progress. And eventually... it'll be where I want it to be.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my pictures right now and I'm just looking not liking it, but I'm working on it.
What you saw a recent picture or something?
Yeah, I've taken pictures. I don't like the way I look, but I just take the pictures anyway because I can't not live in the present. Because presently I am fat and overweight and I have to work on it. So
good.
I've come to that conclusion. So I have to keep living life in the skin that I'm in until I can get to the skin that I want to be.
No, that's good. That's a good attitude to have if you're moving forward to make sure that you keep losing the weight though. That's good.
I am.
I'm glad you're doing that. At least I'm glad you're doing something. You know
what
I'm saying?
Doing something.
I'm glad you're doing something. Makes me feel good.
Oh, and I did order some pre-made meals that are like made fresh.
Yeah, they came in the mail when you were gone.
Yes, and they're in the freezer because a lot of times during the day I'm here and the kids, I have 2 boys and they eat all the freaking food and I don't have anything to eat in the afternoons when I'm home. So I ordered meals, fresh cooked meals that are frozen.
They're so expensive.
Without preservatives and stuff. So that and they're like paleo. Some of them are keto. They're different varieties, but either way, paleo or keto. And that way I can have, whenever I need food, I can just go in there. If by happenstance there's nothing, I don't know if that's a word, but anyway.
Happenstance.
If by chance there's no food in there at all. If there's no food, I have frozen food that I can do. So yes, it costs me a little bit more, but I have food readily available. And that's the biggest key. Right. So when I have food available, I will not be eating junk. So that's it for that.
Okay. Well, good. All right. Let's transition to the topic.
So talking about kids.
Oh yeah, we love our kids. What?
Wow, that dead air, Ian.
I'm saying we love our kids.
No, talking about kids though. So I was in this Facebook group the other day, and I'm always in Facebook groups. That's where I get all my
You live in Facebook. Good God.
I ain't got no friends. So. Oh, wait. Before I start with my kids, I have good news to report, like on the friend front. God. I have a friend who lives in Tampa, and she actually introduced me to one of her friends who live here locally in our area.
Yeah, that's right.
So we hit it off pretty good. So we haven't met yet because she went on vacation. But when she gets back, we're supposed to meet up. And then I also...
You sound like a damn stalker. That's what you sound like.
I am desperate. Like Madonna desperately seeking Susan. I am desperately seeking friends.
I don't understand why you seek friends so much.
I'm an extrovert and I like people. I like to talk and hang out.
Oh my!
I like to have other ladies to hang out with. Sue me.
There's nothing wrong with that, but I've never met somebody that's so desperate for to be around. I'm
desperate for connection. Listen,
I'm not like that.
Hold on. Because you're a man. Men don't have the same needs that women do. That's why you're a man and I'm a woman. Right?
Because you talk a lot.
I grew up with all guys. Even my bestest friends when I was a kid on my block were boys. Right? And I don't have any sisters. But as a woman, you still want to connect with other women and bond, right? So I don't have any friends right now to bond with, like physically that live here. I have friends in other states and stuff. So... And now that I'm getting older, it's become more of a need. So, yes, I'm excited. And I also went and met up with some ladies from one of the Facebook groups I'm in people just post meetups.
Yes.
And I actually went.
You were happy to talk to me because you sounded so happy. When you were talking, I'm like, my God, she talks a lot. Oh, man, she's happy.
Home by myself.
God,
I don't want to talk to people.
I would trade you places and be home and be as happy as hell every single day.
That's what you say now, but anyway.
What do you mean that's what I say now? That's me, though.
All right, so anyway, I digress. But I just wanted to report that I've made moves in my friend pursuits. So back to my back to my kids. So I was in this Facebook group the other day, and this lady's like, it was talking about kids and doing chores, and this lady's like, kids shouldn't do chores; they should just have fun. And I was like, what kind of BS is that?
Have fun.
Yes, she said the kids should just have fun.
What do you mean? Just tear up the house and just not do nothing?
Well,
just be kids?
Well, they shouldn't have to do chores.
What?
Like they shouldn't have to do things around the house.
What?
Yeah, but. So I was kind of like, I was kind of wondering, like, do a lot of people do that? So I actually looked up something, right? I looked up this little article. I was like, looked up chores and kids. And this study said like 28% of parents make their kids do chores.
28%?
But of those 28%, 82% of them did chores when they were kids.
82 of 28%.
So say they polled 1,000 parents.
Yes.
Only 28% of those 28 of those
20% of the 1,000.
Right. Okay. Said that they
gotcha.
That they give their kids chores. But then of that 1,000, 82% had chores when they were kids.
You mean of that percentage of the 1,000?
No. Of the 1,000 parents polled, 82% of them were raised doing chores. But only 28% of them give their kids chores to do.
Interesting. Oh.
Yeah, because I was like, what the?
So where's the disconnect?
I'm of the 28% because my kid's doing some chores.
Oh, yeah. You're doing chores. Yeah, you're not going to be here and just take all our electricity and all our food and then not work.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to like dig deeper to find out what happened, like why.
That is a weird number.
But I know, but most of my friends' kids don't do chores.
Are you kidding?
No, I know a lot of kids that don't do chores.
So what do they do? What?
Well, they say kids nowadays are very busy with activities.
Like what?
They have their sports or they have practices or they have lessons or they're studying. They have a lot of homework to do. So kids nowadays don't do as much.
But what does that have to do with me as a parent?
Every parent does their own thing.
So a parent's going to say, oh, because you're so busy, you ain't got to do no chores in this house?
Right. So a lot of parents say, even my brother has said, your job is to go to school. So some people, that's their kid's job is to go to school. They don't make them do chores.
I don't listen to my brother no more.
But the thing about it is, I realized I'm on these. I'm in another Facebook group. Sorry, but this other Facebook group is for. It's I'm not gonna say the name of the group, but it's for parents of older kids. So either like high school and college age kids. That's the focus of the group. And a lot of these kids, the parents will post about their kid saying, little Johnny called me because he didn't know how to wash his clothes. Or little Susan called me because she didn't know how to make, how to make something to eat or whatever. So a lot of these kids, that's one thing I said and why I give my kids chores. I always say I will not do to my kids won't do to another person what my mother-in-law did to me. No offense to my mother-in-law, but my husband, sorry, Ian, you don't know how to do house stuff. Like
what? Like what? Name something. I know how to do everything in the house.
You did not learn how to cook until later on, Ian.
You
did not know how to cook.
The hell.
Ian, you made recipe all the time in college. You
Natalie,
can barely cook.
Natalie, I keep telling you, if I never got with you, I could cook food and take care of myself. I didn't need you to cook for me. You just cook for me.
But you didn't. That's my point.
What the hell? Why do you always make me know? Why do you always make me sound like a punk, man? I know punk.
You know how many men don't know how to cook? You're not the first.
No, I could cook.
You can cook now. Yeah, you cook.
I could have cooked back then. I could read a book and figure out how to cook, dude.
Yeah, but you didn't. That's my point.
Doesn't mean I don't know how to cook. You're making it seem like I could. Like if you set me.
Okay, you're taking this way too personal.
No.
Let me stick to the point.
I know what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to make the point of this. I'm not.
Go ahead.
This is not personal.
Go ahead.
I'm just trying to make a point.
Go ahead.
Right? There's other men out there like you, right? That you weren't domesticated.
I guess I was. Go ahead.
Who cleaned your room in college?
Your mama.
Okay.
That's who cleaned me. Shut up. Leave me alone.
Who would clean your room?
Not you. Natalie.
Oh my God.
Are you lying?
You're lying to try to save face on the radio.
Man. All right, you know what? I'm going to keep my mouth shut. You keep going. I'm not going to say nothing.
I just lost so much.
Good, because you're lying. That's why. You're lying your ass off.
You wish I was lying.
Come on.
So a lot of guys, not even guys, but kids don't know how to do things. Like, I went to my brother's and her son doesn't he don't wash his own laundry.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
I'm like, my kid's been washing laundry since he was like 7 or 8 years old, and I make him fold. But I have a lot of friends though. They're like, well, I don't like the way my kids fold. What? I don't like the way, and I'm like, you're making your life harder.
At least they're
because
folding.
You have control, like you have control issues, right? But I really think that kids should have chores, and they shouldn't. And it's been proven by research, right, that kids should have chores. It's like if you Google it or whatever, you'll see where it says Harvard and all these places have done research that kids having chores are a predictor of them being successful in life.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I think kids should have chores. I don't think they should get paid to do chores, but I think they should have chores.
See, I disagree. Kids should get paid. I pay my kids.
What? I mean,
why? I pay them, right? So I kind of got my idea from Dave Ramsey. But just I'm going to give my disclaimer. Even though we've done an episode about Dave Ramsey before and he was great, I no longer am a Dave Ramsey supporter at all.
Punk-ass Dave.
Yes. So, yeah, I listen, put that out there. No longer a Dave Ramsey supporter. No, not doing it.
I hope he doesn't listen to our podcast.
I am off the Dave bandwagon, which I'm sorry to have to be that way.
Because I remember when you were on it, I was just like, Dave could be no wrong.
Hey, once you find out about how
Dave went crazy.
Truth shall set you free. So now that I know who he is, I'm like, I ain't got no business with that man. Yeah. So anyway, he did have, when I was listening to his stuff, he said his kids did chores and he paid them. He paid them a commission so they would learn to work. They work for money because that's what we do in life, right? We all go to work. So they would learn a work ethic in order to earn things. And I've stopped, with our kids, I think from about when they were 8 or 9, I stopped buying toys.
Correct.
And if they wanted a toy,
they got to save up and buy it themselves.
If anything educational, I would buy it. Buy it.
That's right.
No problem. But if they just want a toy, they want Pokemon cards or they want this car, then okay, well, what you going to do? What work are you going to do to get it?
That's right.
So, and that was.
I always like that you did that.
That's the way it's been for the longest. I'm like, why am I just buying you? That way they learn to manage their own money.
Yeah.
So when they get the money, they earn the money by doing whatever around the house. Then they go, whenever they're ready, they go buy whatever they want. And then if they spend it all and don't keep track of it, right, and they just spend it, then that's the lesson for them to learn. I'd rather them learn now as little kids at 8, 9, 10 years old than at 20, 18, 20 years old, that you can't just spend money like crazy because you won't have none at the end.
Yeah,
and they're still learning that lesson.
Yeah, they know how much to spend on stuff, and they can figure out pretty quickly what something costs. And I sometimes don't like how they spend it. I'm like, why are you spending on that crap? But they got to learn the hard way. Right.
It's better you learn now. Play. Well, it's real money.
Real money,
but it doesn't matter as much, right? You're not spending. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about my niece when she was like 17 or 18. And homegirl had no gas in her car, and she had like 5 or 6, I think maybe $10 to her name, and she chose to get Chick-fil-A. Instead,
she was hungry. What do you expect?
Instead of getting gas for her car, so then she couldn't drive to work because she had no gas and she was out of money. But her stomach was full. But I'm like, why would you not just go home and eat what's at your house and then put the gas in your car? But you got to learn the hard way sometimes. So
that's the funniest thing ever.
I just cannot believe that story.
I totally forgot about that. I can't believe it. We got to get her back on the show.
Yeah. So so I really think it's important with kids. So what they're saying is, kids who are given chores, like they become more independent, and it also gives them a better sense of accomplishment when they're given chores. And the younger that they're given chores, right? The younger they're given chores is the biggest predictor of their success. So, but it's never too late to start. But the younger, right? That
makes sense. I mean, that makes sense. The younger they start working, as they grow older and older, they realize they got a work ethic. They got to work to make money, so it's not as hard as they get older because they've been doing it so long.
Right. And then, I mean, if you want to give your kids things to do, you can make it fun, and have them like where they pick the chores out of a jar, or or you give them rewards. They can earn things. If it's not money, they can earn like a treasure box for getting their chores done when they're little. Because a lot of times when they're little, like 3, money doesn't matter yet. Usually around 4 or 5, like 5, 6, then they start to understand.
And then they get older, they want the expensive toys when they get to be teenagers.
Right.
Because they cost a whole bunch of money.
That's okay. You got to go earn it. My kids would be waiting for birthdays, Christmas, or they had to work.
Hey, do you see what Samuel wanted for his birthday present at the bottom of the list, the PS5? I started laughing when I said, hey, I read it, and he started laughing when I read it back to him. He started laughing because he knew it was crazy. Those things are unique right now. You can't even get one.
Well, you got to at least try. You always, but he's smart though, because in case, you never know.
Oh, of course.
So put it on the list.
He knows he's a very smart kid. He knows exactly what he's doing. So
yeah. So, but that's pretty much with kids, and them having to do choice. But that's just my take. But I don't think kids should just have fun. I mean, if that's the way you want to live, I forgot what it's called, but there's a way kids live where they're like, I forgot, it's like freedom.
Just have fun? Man,
yeah, it's a whole thing.
I don't think kids should just have fun. There's got to be some type of balance.
Yes. And that, I've realized that's like the biggest key to life is balance.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what it is. Because even if you eat too much, you can eat too much oranges, you can eat too much watermelon.
Oh, too much spinach, anything too much.
Yes, too much and you're not good.
It'll not be good for you. Yes,
it's definitely that balance. So that's why I think, it's if people can help their kids to balance and be able to do some chores and learn some responsibility, but also still have fun, because kids got to be kids, right? And I know even though our kids, gosh, what do they do? So they're 12 and 15 now. They just turned 12 and 15 the last couple of months, and they wash and put away their clothes, and they need to get more jobs, really. One washes all the pots, one loads the dishwasher and unloads the dishwasher and packs up all the dry dishes.
Yep.
And they have to clean their room. And they have to do their own laundry. And they also, now we do pay, but the thing is, I only pay for the dishes if they do the job I don't have to tell them.
That's right.
They get paid.
That's right.
If I have to tell them, they don't get paid. And somebody ain't got paid in a minute.
Oh, God.
Neither of them have been paid.
Oh, they don't care. They don't.
Because every day I got to be reminding them to do, because they sit there. I let them sit there for overnight, too. I'll let them sit there for 24 hours.
But the thing is, they walk by like 10, 20 times and they don't do it until you tell them, like, well, you ain't getting no money.
Well, that means they don't want no money. But when they
give me their money,
when they want something to buy, all of a sudden, people come. All of a sudden, the dishes start getting washed.
Mommy, how can I get some money?
Yeah, but otherwise, but that's why I do it that way. So, but I don't pay for them to fold their own clothes, because that's their stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I do pay for the dishes. The dishes was the first thing, because that's the first like bigger jobs they've had to do. And it's like every single day they have to do dishes every day, 7 days a week. I don't care and even if they got soccer, they got schoolwork.
Damn.
I say, you eat, you got to help clean. So that's their contribution, right?
Well, that's the way it goes.
Right. So and then when they don't want money, they'll still do the dishes, but they don't get paid if I have to tell them. So I'm just trying to help them to learn to do it themselves. And then what else? Well, now they're starting to cook. So over the summer, my goal was for them to know how to cook. So my older, they both can cook. Yeah, they both know how to cook food. So, but now my older one is cooking all the time. He doesn't want to cook what we make, because he thinks he likes what he likes better, and he don't want.
Chef. So he as soon as he figures out something, he cooks it, and then he eats all the damn food himself.
Yes, but yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much how we do our house. But I definitely want to add sweeping and mopping to the list until we can get like a housekeeper, someone to come and clean. Because I'm like, I ain't got time to do all this stuff. And that's what these kids are for. And also, we do pay them. The one thing they do get paid for every time is to mow the lawn.
Yeah.
They do get paid for that every single time.
Well, we got a new mower, so there's no excuse now not to mow the lawn.
Yes.
Good.
We had one where you had to push that sucker. It didn't have no automatic wheels.
It did have, but it just didn't cut the grass good. It was old. It was given to us for free. So
Right. But they had to, it moved, but not as fast as this new one.
No, this new one is like a damn go-kart.
Right. So they did that. So that's what I mean, as far as what we do, that's what we do with our kids. And I don't know, we'll see when in the next 5 to 8 years if it helps any or not.
Well, I think it'll help something, because hopefully they'll mature a little bit by then and realize that working, and Noah's talking about getting a car ready, so so he knows he has to save up money. If I told him we'd help you, if you save up, we'll help you.
I don't know, man.
I know. I was thinking about that too.
I digress though. But someone told me about about your kid with the car that you should not buy them a car.
That's right.
And you don't tell them it's their car. You tell them you bought a car and you're going to let them use it.
That's right.
So and they can borrow it, but they have to ask you before they can use it.
So
they can't
never,
just because they don't. If they think it's theirs,
so they never think it's theirs.
Well, yeah, they can't because it's not.
Exactly.
You bought it.
That's a damn good idea.
Instead of giving them, because this my hairdresser told me
that's a damn good idea.
Yeah,
we gotta do that.
I was like, that's a good idea.
Because Noah's dead set on getting his own car. He's like, I'm going to work my job.
Oh yeah, because he thinks he's going to be going where he want to go and do what he want to do.
I was about to,
I'm about to hit that Life 360 on him.
I almost cursed just 2 seconds ago. I almost cursed.
No, we're gonna put that Life 360 on him so we can track it like my brother does his kids.
You ain't going nowhere, punk. We're watching you.
Yes. So, but just real quick to mention a few like of the chores that kids at different ages can do.
Mm-hmm.
So, like they say, recommended age appropriate because you don't want to give a kid that's too old, or too young. Like you don't want to give
kids chores,
you don't want to give a 3-year-old sweeping job,
yeah,
right? The whole kitchen,
because you can't even hold the mop or
right.
whatever.
So like a 2 and 3-year-old, you can make them pick up their toys and their books. They do the cleanup song, but they learn at school, and they can put trash in the garbage can. They can put their dirty laundry in the hamper after they take off their clothes. They can dust because that's really easy. You just wipe back and forth. And it has white baseboards. I don't know if I make a 2 or 3-year-old white baseboards, but it is an easy job. But I've had our kids wipe the baseboards before.
Oh, they hated it. They just don't like working.
And then you can have them put the clothes in the hamper, put a clothes away in a drawer. And then like a 4 to 6-year-old, you can make them take care of the pets, set and clear the table, match socks up, put away groceries, make their bed, wipe down walls, empty the trash. And then like 7 to 11-year-old, that's when they can begin to do laundry, sweep, vacuum, take out the trash. Mm-hmm. That's when you get your housekeeper. That's your house helper, right? Especially y'all parents out there. If you can't afford to get somebody to come, man, use them kids.
Oh, yes. Use them to death. Get me that remote. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's where the conversation came from. The conversation came from because somebody had posted their house and it was like,
oh, yeah, disarray.
Yes,
that's right.
Storm had
she
blown
was by
through.
herself.
And she was like, how do I do this? And everyone's like, don't you got kids? Make your kids help.
For real.
And that's where one person was like, yeah, make your kids have fun. So don't let your kids do no work.
Well,
but then they also
chaos.
have 7 to 11-year-olds meal prep, wash mirrors, take out the trash to the curb, weed the garden, clean out the car.
Damn, weed the garden.
Toilets.
Whew.
7 to 11, they can do that.
Damn.
Clean their room, organize their toys, bring in the mail. And then pretty much 12 years old and up is mow the lawn, babysit, iron, wash the car, cook simple meals. That's what our kids have been doing. Laundry, mop floors, clean bathroom, and clean out the fridge. Now, my kids have been cleaning the bathroom. Gosh, that's been years they've been cleaning their own bathroom.
Yep. Dirty kids.
Yeah. I think they could do that at any age. But yeah, so, So, there's a lot of stuff. Some people want to make their kids do work. Some people don't. But according to research, it's best to make your kids do chores. Something.
I agree. I think it's better than just make them sit down all day playing video games and doing nothing. So get something out of it. Right.
Or even if they're even if they're busy, but make them do something around the house to make them help. And actually one thing, and I'll end with this, is one of the things they said was that when the kids do the chores and they're helping, it helps them to be more helpful when they go to work in the workplace.
Yep.
They learn to be more helpful because they're seeing how they can be of benefit to others.
That's correct.
Right. So
good point.
Yeah. But I got all that. I got some of this stuff. Let me find give credit to my little article.
Yes.
I got it from this is a blog, yourmodernfamily.com.
Huh.
It was where I got some, just when I was trying to find, I'm like, because I was curious about that. So that's where I kind of looked.
I might try to put on the show description when I'm getting the show ready for edit.
So that's where the article about, your kids and chores. Should kids have fun or should they be doing some chores too?
Yeah, good show. Great.
So
anything else before we end this great show?
No, I'm done today, man.
Yeah, I'm tired as hell. But if you guys want to listen to us, listen to other streaming platforms, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Spotify. My God, what else is there? I think I've named all the major ones, but anything that you used to listen to podcasts, we're on it right now. Also, subscribe and like. Listen to us on the Facebook page, The Family Mess Podcast, Instagram, The Family Mess Podcast on Instagram, and on Twitter, The Family_Mess. We're all over the place, man. Please like and subscribe and download our episodes, please. And continue to
tell your friends.
Tell your friends that continue to support us, and we'll see you soon.
I
God
love
bless.
Family Mess. Oh.
Come on, man. You can't.